I'd like to now show you the attachments and different applications we can use the vacuum. Once you get your vacuum system installed, there's lots of different configurations we can use the vacuum in to handle lots of different material. Again, it's a portable vacuum that can be rolled to a vacuum system up to 1,500 feet of pipe, or if you want to, run flex pipe directly to the vacuum. And you can take the vacuum and vacuum at other locations. So normally if you buy a central vacuum system, you're limited to where the valves are installed, and that's all you got. You can disconnect this vacuum and go to other locations if you want to. Another good thing about having a zone system, instead of vacuuming the whole plant into one vacuum system, we'll break it up into maybe 4 to 6 different vacuum systems of themselves with 4 to 6 independent vacuums. That way there's no conflict of interest or conflict of valves where one guy's vacuuming and this guy stops up and all the air goes to his. So there's no conflict of the valve operators when it's zoned like this. Another good thing about having it zoned with multiple vacuums is that if one of the vacuums goes down, you have 5 more that you can roll from zone to zone to keep the system going. Because these systems are normally being used in textile operations, industrial vacuum systems for factories, and they run 24 hours a day. So it's very important to be able to deal with a breakdown. But now I want to go over the attachments and other accessories that is part of the Judson system. A lot of the vacuum tools that we use are very common tools, nothing very special. This is just a little rubber tool, like up in machinery. You might be vacuuming a machinery that's got moving parts. This allows you to not damage anything. Little rubber tool. You've probably seen this tool at a car wash. It's just common. And we try to stay with common, inexpensive parts if we can. This is actually an aluminum tool with a brush. We use a lot of aluminum stuff when we're vacuuming hot material, like an oven with a cooling screen in it, with lint, like for dyeing cloth, has a lot of hot ovens. One of the unique things about our vacuum is because it runs high negative pressure, positive displacement, it allows us to run long pipe, 1,500 feet of 3-inch pipe without losing any performance. But one of the unique things it does, it allows us to, the high negative pressure allows us to run small vacuum tools. Now this is where the difference of the Judson system and the centrifugal system. We can run little tiny tubes like this and maintain a lot of velocity. And so like if I was vacuuming something that's intricate, like let's just say I'm going to vacuum this piece of equipment off. Most vacuums you're going to have to physically touch everything you're vacuuming. But because we're running such high velocity in our tools, it reaches out about 8-inch radius off from the tool and grabs whatever you're vacuuming. So I don't have to physically touch everything. I can just run the vacuum tool across here and it'll go ahead and just reach around behind all there through the air velocity and grab all that. So you can move very fast with the Judson vacuum system. So as most people, we're having to substitute an air hose. So speed is very important to substitute an air hose with a vacuum system. We have tools for doing overhead pipes. We have tools here with brushes for doing walls. Or I can turn it up to ceilings like that. And we have a floor tool for doing the floor. Just standard stuff, nothing special. We have a lot of variety of crevice tools here for doing tight areas. These are crevice tools. This is a pretty good tool because you can make it long, do a crevice, take it short, have a little hand tool. This is real versatile. You can actually take this and put that on there and have a little flare tool. This is fairly inexpensive. You can stack these together, keep adding them together, and have a long tool. So this is one of our favorite tools is these extensions at this 90 and the different ends that goes on there. Now I want to just talk about other applications of the vacuum. Like I said, the main vacuum is made for dry, but if we have other material that we need to do, we have an inline Hepa filter system which can be used for hazardous material, and this just goes inline of the vacuum system. and you would just run the vacuum hose that you're picking up with through here and then to the vacuum pipe system or to the vacuum direct. So that's just when we have a liquid separator too for picking up liquid or metal shavings. But then let me show you this attachment here. This is an attachment we made for the Postal Service. Once they had the Anthrax attack, this is an Inline Anthrax decontaminator for the U.S. Postal Service. And this goes in line of the vacuum system. We had installed their system about 2 years before the Anthrax attack, and we developed this to vacuum anthrax and decontaminate it as you're vacuuming. Basically, it does it with water, and it does it with quaternary ammonia, which kills anthrax. This is just a prototype, and it just circulates and filters the vacuum with quaternary ammonia. And that way the anthrax is dealt with and killed. We have lots of different applications because the vacuum is so powerful that we can use it to operate lots of different attachments that you can run with the system. But anyway, that's a brief description. I'm now going to just take the vacuum to our test center down and hook it up to the power and then run it for you and let you see how it sounds and the power of it. Thank you.